Hello there. Hello and welcome back to the series that's becoming more and more frequent of the world is becoming increasingly hostile day by day. Things are going badly and there's nothing we can do about it. But if I'm not going to try my darndest, I'm going to be a little positive force in the world and just keep acting like a silly little clown because that's what I do best. In this week's episode, I want to be a magikarp. Now, for a little bit of context, Halloween is in fact in a few days. And maybe about like 3 years ago now, I had the most just incredible life-changing idea of maybe I should turn into a magikarp. Hear me out. Maybe I should just make like a human-sized magikarp costume for shits and giggles. Wouldn't that be fun? In true me fashion, I never got around to it. And then eventually I took this idea and ran with it and made a giant worm costume for Dune. However, circling back around to Magikarp. Everything comes back to Magikarp. What was I getting with this? I want to be a Magikarp now. I cannot stress this enough. I want to be a Magikarp now. I just got back from picking up the perfect sleeping bag for this. It could not be more wonderful. Shout out to Niraj on Facebook Marketplace. I greatly appreciate you not killing me. I'm making this whole thing out of trash. Did I mention that? It's made out of garbage, my other true love. Hold on. All right. So, listen up, people. Here's what we got. So, first up, got a giant sleeping bag. Already done. Sweet, sweet Niraj. When I went to pick this up earlier, he was like, "Are you into camping at all?" And I'm like, "No, I'm turning this into a Magikarp costume." The man looked at me like he's never heard of Pokemon in his life. He was like, I don't know, mid-30s. He looked at me like I was fucking insane. So that's great. Not only did I have to go meet some stranger off of the internet, but apparently I'm the crazy one in this interaction. However, I got it. He's like, "That's cool. Aren't you afraid it's going to be a little warm?" I think this guy assumes that like I'm wearing this to a party or something. I'm not. I'm just going to be sitting at home watching some dogs that aren't mine, chilling in a Magikarp costume. Those are my plans for Friday night. Anyway, being in your 20s is great, guys. And then the other day I was out running and one of my neighbors was throwing away this. They'd just left it out on the curb. So it's mine now. Perfect. Giant ring already there. There's like some sort of metal wire in here. I'm gonna pop this open, harvest that, put it into the mouth of this, and then cover it up with a pool noodle. I'm hoping that that'll give me enough structure to just like plop this thing on my head, basically have like a hood, cut some armholes, bingo bango, we're good to go. So basically all I need to do is to get a yellow fabric for the little details, like his little mouth noodles, and then the like front fin and back fin, and then some white fabric for the actual fins and tail. I'm gonna go to the thrift store real quick to try to get some materials for that so I can just like work on this tonight, and I'm hoping this goes well. Why did I not just go to the thrift store first and then film this afterwards? I'm very tired. All right. Let's go, team. Woo! Oh my god. So it begins. Hello there. All right, get out of here. How's it going? I'm back from the front lines. Remind me never to go to a thrift store on like a weekend afternoon again. However, it was pretty successful. I got a bunch of fabric that I can use for both the white parts and the yellow parts. I got some boba. It was very pretty earlier. And most importantly, check this the fuck out. I found a Voltron shirt, baby. Oh my god. Look, it was like a fucking war zone in there. I was running through the shirts because I can't go to a thrift store and not look at the stupid fucking t-shirts. Even though I said I wasn't going to buy any more, I stumbled upon this one. And like, am I supposed to leave it there? I love it! Magikarp time, baby. Basically, like, my main inspiration for the design of this, that picture of a little baby that's wearing a Magikarp costume, that's me, but just a lot longer. And also Ash Bentley's reverse mermaid costume. One, because that's fucking hilarious, and also, like, I'm also gonna be a fish person. She's so pretty. The hood. This is the part that I wanted my head to come out of. Cut! First things first. The fabric I got is all white. I'm gonna be basically patterning out the front fin back fin, and then being able to cut as much fabric as I need for that diet. Oh, and also the little mouth noodles, the little ramen noodle mouth. Cut that out, get that dyeing, and then I can start working on the rest of this. So here's what I'm thinking. My head goes up here where the face hole is. My little feetsies down here, still comfortably in the bag. However, I'm gonna cut off the bottom of that. I wanna be able to walk around with this. Also, I need some room for fabric for the tail. I'll repurpose that into the tail, and then any leftover bits can be like the top with the arms. Cutting out armholes and then attaching sleeves to this so that I'll have, you know, full flappability. Also, within those hands, I want to cut little handholds. I want to make them a little bit better than the worm costume this time, because the worm costume, a little bit of a mess. I love it dearly. However, it's horrible. Because if all goes according to plan, I would like to take some silly little videos of me at a little local lake, and I will not allow anyone else to know about this, so it's just going to be me and a tripod, and I have to have some way to move it around. So I do need little handholds in there. But yeah, hopefully this can all work out. Is this a good shot? I don't like this shot. Actually, this is very funny. I like this. Should I get a picture of me with my trash? Like this. Is this a good pose? Hell yeah, brother. All right, let's get started. I'm thinking, what does magikarp look like? Hold on. Oh, look at that. I was on Pinterest looking at Voltron. Still going strong. Hey, who said addiction never pays off? My order of operations for this was to do the things that would take, you know, the longest to dry first. So I started out by making a pattern for the front and back fin so that I could get that fabric cutting and a dyeing out in the backyard. Look, I've actually learned my lesson for once. I did realize that I have to use hot water for the dyes and then mix it around so that they'll like actually dissipate instead of just leaving spots over everything. Except, just kidding, I never learned, and I put my hands right in the dye bath. Wouldn't you know, like 4 days later, my hands are still yellow. Don't do this. Wear gloves, kids. Don't be like me. After that, I wanted to get painting the pool noodle because I figured that would take a really long time to dry. Turns out this was a total waste of time. It did not work out. The paint chipped everywhere later on, but I did spend a long time trying to, you know, actually make this look nice. So you're going to see the footage anyway. I don't care. In case you're wondering, this is the ideal painting position. My legs hurt so much. Would this have looked better with spray paint? Yes. Did I want to buy pink spray paint? No. I'm cheap as hell. After that, I just, you know, decided to cocoon up and put myself in the sleeping bag. Was this to actually get, you know, proper measurements? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it was fun. Now, in regards to the BMO toy thing, I assumed that this would just be like a metal wire in here that would be, you know, like easy to snap out, and then I could somehow connect it back together and like reattach it in there. This also didn't work out. It's a lot more spring-loaded than I thought it was gonna be. Good news is, got some wire. It's not even metal, it's just fiberglass, I think. But no matter, we move on. Now, thanks to my house being just a dehumidifier, I was able to just set this fabric inside and it dried off within like half an hour. So that was great. And then it was on to cutting out all of the little fins and the little face noodles. I've come to realize after this that I don't really know what magikarp looks like. I had to look up pictures of magikarp so many times. I would look it up, 5 seconds later, completely forgot what it looks like. I think there's an actual word for that, and I think it's accurate for me. However, I just do feel a little stupid. But at that point, it was basically just sewing up the fins, flipping them out, and then stuffing them to make them, you know, plump and luscious. And then doing that again with the bigger fin, and then also with the little face noodles. Several days later. All right, I have some updates. Good news, bad news on a lot of things. Good news is I finished the little fins. They look great. What I did when I was making these was I took the foam from around like the big tube thing. I basically like cut that into little strips, put that in the fins, and then sewed along the spines, I guess you can call them, to kind of encase that in so that they look a lot more like fins. They look like they have, you know, some sort of structure in there, and it actually does in fact give them structure too, which is sick. So that's the good news. Bad news is I might have torn something in my knee. That's very bad news. I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to finish this whole thing yesterday. I was playing soccer yesterday morning, felt something pop, did not film it all the rest of the day, was not in the mood for it. However, we're moving on. I have other things to do. Oh, would you look at that, baby? Something went right today. I had to change the bobbin thread, and it was already empty. Who needs a knee? Good news. After that, I went to a birthday party for my friend's dog. He turned 10 years old. He is so cute, and he acts and looks like a puppy. He's adorable. He's like actually a stuffed animal. Bad news. I did try to put the like fiberglass rod into here for like the mouth opening. That thing fucking shattered. It did not work. There's fiberglass kind of all over the place, and also in my hands in little splinters. Just break. Oh, nope, the whole thing broke. Yeah, this thing got fucked. Can you even see that? That huge crack in there? Anyway, this is a problem for future me. Good news is I might have a replacement for it. I have this like old chair back support thing that I thought I had gotten rid of years ago. Apparently not. However, I do think that this could work perfectly instead for the mouth support. I think that's all. Really? I made the face noodles. The face noodles look good too. I don't want to get them. Trust me, they look good. Yeah, I'm thinking work on the mouth first of all, then just like go on to the rest of it. I got shit to do. All right, let's go. Let's go, team. Ha! Good news is I get my shoelaces back. Bad news is I can't wear shoes with laces. So what I originally had planned for this was I wanted to have some sort of like black mesh, you know, like mask that could go over the front so that my face wouldn't be visible. I pretty quickly scrapped that idea. One, because I didn't have the fabric for it, and two, it would just be too difficult. The mouth hole is how I get in and out of this thing. There's no way that I could like detach it and then reattach it. It would just be too much of a hassle. But other than that, the back support did actually work out pretty good for this. I basically just like sewed it in place, and it did give it a nice structure. It's not completely circular. However, it doesn't really matter. It's good enough. Then back onto the pool noodle. This fucking pool noodle. I tried to glue this thing so many times and it didn't work. First time I tried hot glue, didn't work. Second time, more hot glue, didn't work. Third time, found some toothpicks, stabbed them in there, hot glued it, didn't work. Fourth time, E6000, also didn't work. So what I just resorted to was taking some electrical tape and then wrapping the opening, and then quickly realizing that I would have to wrap the entire thing in electrical tape. So that's what I did. Did this defeat the paint job earlier? Yes. Was the paint job already flaking off? Also yes. So, you know, it's for the best. Now, I don't know if this is because the outside of the electrical tape was sticky or if it's just from the spray paint I bought. This never like really dried. It does dry. However, if you touch anything with it, paint will be coming off on you. Now that this is done, I basically just have to keep the whole thing in like a plastic bag. Otherwise, there's gonna be pink paint everywhere. But you know what? It was totally worth it. Oh, also I bought spray paint. For the life of me, I could not like get back on the ground to paint this thing again. Dude, I just sucked it up. I went and bought spray paint. Turns out spray paint's easy. Go buy spray paint. At some point I had an idea of using this in here in the back to give it some structure. Like that. Do I have any wire? I think a wire could help with that. Nice. I'm going to think about this a little bit more and I'll get back to you on that. Hello, I've been rummaging in the garbage pile. I found this. This used to be a drain for the laundry. It is quite dirty. It is also dripping water. However, hear me out on this one. You see what I'm saying? I think this could work. I think this is big. This is big. Okay, I'm gonna clean this. Okay, we're good. Cleaning out this tube, I'm gonna be real. I did not film any of this, and thank God I did not film any of this. It was gross. There was a lot of stuff in there. The contents of this pipe was not good. It did not smell good. It did not look good. Be thankful that I did not film any of this, okay? Okay, hold on. Check this the fuck out. Wait a second. Okay, this is with the pipe just like sitting on my shoulders. Like pretty good, right? This is like, it's not visible. I think we got ourselves a winner, y'all. I knew that pipe would come in handy. I'm so glad I saved that. Ah! Once I got this tube sewn in place, it is pretty sturdy. And then I spent, I don't know, the next like hour trying to build this cardboard contraption to basically like set around my shoulders to balance the board on top of somehow. I made it all out of hot glue and cardboard. Guess what? I fucking hate hot glue. There might be no person on this earth who hates hot glue more than I was. I was trying to be the bigger person and to use hot glue because I thought it was a good idea. Turns out it wasn't. Turns out I'm always right. Hot glue sucks. I hate it. The only good thing that came out of this was a little bit of stress release. And here I am just looking like a clown thinking that I was really onto something here. Is this insane or like is this a good idea? I really can't tell. Continuing on.
A few moments later.
Okay. Y'all never gonna believe this. I made a harness. Okay, so what I did was I basically took two like straps, tied them in the back, looped them around my shoulders. Then I made these little pockets of like the leftover strap from the back brace, and those sit right there. So hypothetically, like the noodle that's in there would just go in, sit right here. The pressure would be on my shoulders. No need for this fucking thing. All right, fuck hot glue. I hate that shit. Yeah? I'm gonna be real. I didn't film a single fucking thing of this. I had to spray paint the rest of the pool noodle to look like the mouth. It's dark and cold outside, so I brought it inside the house and the fumes might be getting to me. But this is a great idea, right? Okay. I stand by this decision. This was a good idea. If this works, we're set. Okay, this is kind of working. Still need to figure out the side view, because that's what I really want, is the side view to look good. However, this is pretty fucking great, I'm not gonna lie. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna eat dinner. Maybe stand outside for a bit. Jesus. Ha! Do I look like the buff guy that tracks Patrick around? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, goodbye. By the way, for the hood, I need to pad it out. Look what I got. Straight from the worm. This is what I had left over. So I'm thinking basically just to make this into like a big square and just put it on the back, and then that'll be, you know, padding back there to give it some volume. Back to the worm. Everything always comes back to worm. You think everything evolves into crab? No, everything evolves into worm. But anyway, this was some extra batting that I had like harvested from the quilt way back when, and I just had it sitting upstairs, and so I thought this would be a better use for it. And it did work out pretty good. I basically sewed it into like a little hood and then attached that to the back of like the actual hood. It is quite hefty. Now, the fuzz from this will stick to your hair and your clothing and to everything. However, gives it some nice body. What can I say? Totally worth it. Would do it again. After that, it was on to cutting out the tail and the sleeves. I did get to repurpose the little like excess stuff that I cut off for the tail for the sleeves. How I made these sleeves, I truly cannot tell you. As I was pinning them together, I didn't know what I was doing. As I was sewing them, I didn't know what I was doing. Looking back at this, I don't know what I did. I don't know how it worked out, but you know, it did. I'm happy that it worked out. Could I describe it? Absolutely the fuck not. Yeah! Now, back onto more successful adventures. I was really on a kick that I was gonna like close off all of the seams for this because this fabric will just fray into nothing. So I tried to bind the seams of the bottom. First attempt, tried to use fabric glue, did not work. Second time, fabric glue and pins, did not work. Third time, found some binding, tried that, did not work. Fourth time, back to fabric glue and pins. However, I do want you to know, I did bind off every single seam in this thing. It's spotless. I will not give up. Fuck it, I'm hand sewing it. This is gonna be the quickest option. Why didn't I just start with this? Alright, this might be the ugliest binding job you've ever seen in your life. However, it is completely done. So, who's the real winner? Ooh, just do it. Oh, I'll be fine. You got this. You're so capable. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do this. Why is this giving, like, the normal SpongeBob energy? I like it. Stop! This looks so good. Oh, this looks so good. Okay, one of y'all told me to listen to the Malevolent podcast. I'm starting it now. Oh my god, 58 parts? Jesus Christ. This is real weird already.
Why? Because I want you to do something. You want me to do something, yes.
Excuse me?
Okay, I tripped over something. What is this? It feels like... Now just calm down.
Is it a body?
It feels like a body.
It's body!
It's a body, Arthur. So you're gonna shut the fuck up and listen to me.
Oh my
Stand
god.
up. And you remember killing him. It was an accident.
Whoopsies!
It was.
At this point, it was just a ton of hand sewing left of all of the sleeves and accessories. And so I just sat and listened to this podcast for like, I don't know, like 4 hours. It's called Malevolent. It's real good. It's super spooky and weird. I like it. Thank you for recommending it to me. Genuinely enjoyed it. I think I'm on like the 10th episode now. That's like 8 hours of content. I'm really into it. I like it. It fucking rocks. It's awesome. It's really weird. It is very like spooky and unsettling. However, incredible voice acting, I might say. At this point, there was not a ton left to do except to put on the finishing details. I went in and sewed on the sleeves, binding off all of those seams. I did every single seam in here. I cut the eyes out of some felt, drew them on with a marker, attached the front and back fins, the little face noodles, and then finally took the very last bits of the white fabric and sewed it around the bottom of the tail to give it that fin appearance. After that, I was pretty much done. Now, if I were more of a professional, this is where I would do, you know, like a proper reveal shoot. However, I just wanted to try on the suit, and honestly, I think my genuine reaction to this is way better than like anything that I could possibly film and put together. So here you go. Look at it. Oh my god. This is so silly. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is incredible. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. This is worth fucking up my knee forever for. Hold on, look at the tail. As I was saying, no notes. This is so stupid. Oh my god. I love this thing so incredibly much. It does just kind of stay up like this, since I have the harness on. So like, it is somewhat wearable. Now it just looks like I'm being eaten by a magikarp. Booty. Hello y'all, how's it going? Time for a little wrap up here. No comment. This was a very good use of my time since I have nothing else to do ever. Honestly, this costume turned out like pretty great. Really, the only thing that I would say is an issue is the hood is very heavy, so it does like fall back constantly, even with the harness. The harness is not perfect, I'm gonna be real. The hood just does keep flopping back. However, it's funny because then it looks like the magikarp is eating me. Yeah, no notes. I love this. Also, like, this was so cheap. I made this out of trash. This whole thing cost me like less than $20. I think the sleeping bag was $10. The fabric was $6. The pool noodle was $50. Everything else I already had. But if you don't count the spray paint was like $8. But that was more of a mobility issue thing than like a necessity. I love it. I think it's great. I didn't really end up using that BMO toy thing, whatever. Oh no, I did. I put the foam things in here and in the back and then around the fin. The little fin down here. Oh, the little fin. But yeah, I think it's great. There's some guys setting up camp over there, so I'm not gonna annoy them too much. But yeah, honestly, this is great. I'm not gonna wear this anywhere, but I've had a lot of fun doing this. There's a woman with her dog. The dog has a little sweater on. She doesn't notice I'm here. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go. Hope y'all have a great Halloween, and see you around. I'm gonna take a break. I'm very tired. Okay, I have to go. I actually have to get to work at some point. Yeah, okay, bye. Hello, friends. Am I taking videos of ducks to avoid putting on the costume? You betcha. Okay, now's the time. There's no one around. I have to go. There's a lady with her dog, and she left. There's also a guy picking up trash. First of all, thank you. However, could you do that somewhere else, please? Oh, this is so funny. No, I'm not at all embarrassed. I'm a little embarrassed. Hey, I'm a fan of comedy and also making myself into a clown. There was a group of men in the parking lot earlier, just hanging out. What were they doing? I don't know. They were having a big old chat. There were like 9 of them. Did I also mention that it's like 8 a.m.? There is just a guy walking by. Don't worry about him. I'm gonna be quite honest. I don't even know if he knows that I'm here. He's just looking at his phone the whole time. Like, did not even look up at all. No, that guy has no idea I'm here. He has not looked at me once. That's fine, honestly. It's just a little funny. Hello, my duck friends. Here they come. My little guys, come to me. Hello. Hello, my little guys. Come here. Come to Papa. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Come here. Come here. They hate me. Oh God. Here comes a lady on the phone. Maybe if I just stay still, she won't notice me. If I run and jump, what are the chances that I just completely shatter my ACL? Only one way to find out. Ah! Oh, what a goose. There they go. Oh! Look at the baby duck. Okay, focus. I'm so scared to land on my knee. Well, 360 for y'all. Is this good? Are you having fun? Is this enjoyable content? So, how's your Wednesday going? Hey, what's up? Bloop, 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 bloop. Run. What is this? Hey. Hey. Come here. You see this? This is pollution. this is plastic trash. You know what happens when you use single-use plastic objects is you use it once, you throw it away, you never think about it again. And then it ends up in landfills or in waterways such as this. And then creatures like me eat them, and then creatures like you eat me, and then you're eating plastic. Stop using these! God! Also, consider lowering your dependency on the oil industry. That's a bigger problem. But also, don't use these. Come on! What is it? More garbage. This one's fishing line. Oh God, that's worse. I'll come get those later, don't you worry. Don't you worry your sweet little ass about it. Look at all those chickens. Don't mind me just casually shedding my skin out here in the parking lot. Oh yeah. There's nothing like a pack of geese to put the fear of God in you. Also, gotta say, literally no one commented on this. Excuse me, can I help you? Surprised no one commented on this. I've probably not seen weirder shit. I was pleasantly surprised that no one was staring or talking to me. Also a little bit disappointed, you know? Come on people, love a little.